Hi, everybody. It helps when you're going to be on an FNL that you actually put yourself on the screen. I'm trying to fix that and I'm making it worse. There. She's like, let me do something to it. Oh yeah. So I have a can you fix that right there for me, please? It's bothering me. I have a lock for my screen, and that way the dogs don't run out after a coyote or something in the middle of the FNL. So she was locking the door, and I was trying to make things pretty. She was being practical. I was being foo-foo. Go imagine that. That's the story of our lives. Hi, everybody. How are you? Doreen, I am so glad that you got the playing cards. That is wonderful. We mailed out some to Bev, and I saw Bev left a comment somewhere that she got hers too. And my cousin Cindy mailed hers to her. We did a whole lot of fulfillment last week. And Grace is in Huntington Beach. Grace, thank you so much for the posts that you have been putting on the KOKO Fam Facebook page. I have yet to respond to them, but they make my day when I see them, and I will catch up, I promise. Others, my cousins, Michael and Cindy, are on Pup Camper. Thank you for being here. You are so awesome. And Tan and Sarah from the UK are here. That is wonderful. It's always so good to see you guys. We also mailed you a package, but we didn't get a tracking number on it. Of all things, we mail an international package, and that's the one that the postmaster didn't give us a tracking number on. So hopefully you'll get that soon and let us know. And if not, we'll go back and look at our notes on what we sent and resend it and be sure and get a tracking number this time. So hi, Sybil. Good to see you as always. Sally Forth, where are you right now? And Terry, hello. Good to see you on the FNL. Thank you, guys. I love it when my wowzers show up. Megan, hi, sweetheart. Good to see you. I think I said hi to my cousins, Mike and Cindy. Judy Connolly, hello. Texan Lulu, I hope to see you too. Oh, did I miss something, Texan Lulu? I thought you were going to be at QIA. See, I'm getting everybody mixed up because if you're still in sunny Central Texas, I'm thinking, or cold and dreary Central Texas. I was just kidding.
See you in Quartzsite at some point.
In Quartzsite at some point. Okay, but I'm guessing that if you're still in Texas right now, you are not going to be at QIA tomorrow. Just a guess. Gypsy Minstrels starting over. Hello. Robin, hello in New Orleans. And Debbie's Journal Dreams, another wowzer. Thank you guys for being on here. Hello, Loretta. Oh, you're in Quartzsite. Hopefully I'll get to meet you. And yes, Mary. Hi, Mary Jane. Good to have you on here again tonight. That's always such a treat. And yes, I'm thankful I made it to Quartzsite too. We're going to talk about that. And oh, good. Thank you, Tan. Y'all let me know when you get it. And Steve is on. Hello, Steve. Shouldn't he have a membership thing next to him?
No.
Oh, okay. Not anymore. In 1 month. Okay. So Jenna tested this thing to see. Google has this thing on YouTube where you can gift a YouTube membership, and it allows you to gift a membership to, for a month. And so she did it just to see what it did because we didn't know. And of course, it won't let me give members to my channel. Good thing, because people would corrupt that in a heartbeat. But so she gifted a membership, and it chooses randomly, and it chose Steve, our good friend Steve. So that was kind of fun. But she said it just expired here in December. Loretta says she's looking forward to the book signing. Yay! And we're going to talk about that. I'll be at QIA tomorrow, but I've got several things coming up. So let's talk about having made it to Quartzsite. Woo! We welcome to Arizona. I always feel like I'm getting there when we cross that state line and it pops up on my phone. Welcome to Arizona. It was 3 days of travel. We were going to make it 4 because we had 700 plus miles to travel. And that I know there are people that do that in just one sitting. They just go and do that. And I used to, but I can't. And about 200 miles is it for me. So that's why we were going to do it in 3 nights and 4 days, and it didn't work out that way. We ended up doing it in 2. I'm still in shock that we made it, and it was brutal. And I keep saying I'm going to quit doing back-to-back one-night hops. What do? I keep doing back-to-back one-night hops. But where we were going to stay, we stayed at a Harvest Host the second night. And I've got a video coming up on this Monday. So y'all be sure and watch for it. I'll be giving it to patrons and members as a sneak peek, but it'll be coming out on Monday. That's my plan at this point anyway. And where we stayed at a Harvest Host Monday night, right? Sunday night, we stayed at a state park. Monday night, we stayed at a Harvest Host, and we were going to stay at there's a place that, a restaurant that has a truck stop parking area, and they let you camp overnight. It's approved, and it's not a Harvest Host. And we keep telling them, you guys need to sign up for Harvest Host, and they still haven't yet. But we were going to stay there on the 3rd night. But the 2nd night, the Harvest Host where we stayed, and again, y'all watch for the video, but it was next to a train and on the highway. And that 3rd night was going to be next to a train and on the highway. And believe it or not, with earplugs, I was able to sleep okay, but poor Jana, she didn't get any sleep. And so we decided, we did what, 8 hours, 8.5 hours in one day. And so the way we left it, Jana said, let's get to Arizona and stop and just check in, take a break, see how we're feeling, see if we want to go on to the place that we knew where we could stay overnight, or see if we want to keep going. And we were hyped up enough on caffeine. And you bought your first energy drink, didn't you? No, you ended up not getting it. She's never had an energy drink, and she was like, it'll just freak me out and my nerves will be tingling and I don't want to do an energy drink. So she passed, but we did get she got coffee, and I got another soda, and we just banked it all the way, and we made it to Arizona. But you guys, we passed this sign, and I sent that to my cousins, Mike and Cindy, because the 4 of us, we love Buc-ee's. And you get to Arizona, and this is one of the first signs you see, the Buc-ee's, 979 miles back that way. And we travel with radios, and Janet radioed me, and she goes, oh, I wish I'd have gotten that for Mike and Cindy. And I said, I think I did. And as you could tell, it wasn't that great of a picture, but that was things like that kept us going to get here. And I'm so glad that we did. The thumbnail was this picture that I took this morning out my bedroom window, and I just, you out in the wilderness, no trains, no noise, no nothing. It's just really heaven. And so I'm glad that we pushed on. And Pup Camper says she laughed when she saw that sign. Hi, Barb. Good to see you. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. My hair's wet because we did some getting ready for my book signing event tomorrow. We were going through inventory and everything, and I ran out of time to let it dry before the FNL. So it's kind of just pulled up and wet right now, but it'll be dry tomorrow for QIA, and I guess that's the main thing. But thank you, Barb. Robin says she loves Buc-ee's too. Ooh, Lori says they have a Buc-ee's north of Denver now. How about that? Ooh, did not know this.
I tried to get the membership in it.
It won't let you know. No, they probably, I'm assuming that I'm trying to think what I was going to say. I'm assuming she said she just tried to do. Will you tell them about that? Because I'm going to look for.
This error. You've already owned this item.
Oh yeah, I guess you can only do it one time.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I wanted you to come talk to him while I'm looking for a photo, but I'll look. I'll see if I can find it. Okay, there it
What do you want me
is.
to talk to him about?
I don't know.
Once upon a
Once
time.
upon a time, in the land of somewhere, there was something going on that someone was doing. We don't know who or when or what. Oh my gosh, you guys. Y'all stay tuned. I'll be right back with you. There's an important picture that I want to get to show y'all, and I forgot to grab it, but I'm doing it now and all is well. So let me just grab that and put on my computer. I tell you what, I have had more computer issues lately, and I know that it is the user. It is not the computer. I can't even just begin to start blaming it on the computer because it's not. But did I get the camping spot I wanted in Q? I'm going to talk about that. And that is one of the pictures that I was going to go get. And Chris is asking Sarah and Tan about their camping because they are giving wings to police, fire, and ambulance. I hear you, Sarah. And is this the weekend that y'all are camping? I don't remember. Let me catch up on comments. Y'all hang on. Home from a trip to York Christmas market. Oh no, imminent flooding of the campsite. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad that you had a wonderful time there. Tan and Sarah, that's awesome, but I'm sad that's going to happen. Oh, you did gift it to somebody at work?
Finally did.
Okay, she got it to work, so she just gifted a channel membership to someone. And do we know who yet? Deb, somebody. Desert Deb. Okay, so I haven't seen her on here in a while. Maybe that'll encourage her. You gifted that to somebody else. That's so sweet. Anyway, Desert Deb, welcome as my newest YouTube channel member. Yeah, she's like, oh, thank you. That's so cool. Anyway, oh, that's so cool. Oh, she is on here.
Yeah, she has to be on.
Oh, she has to be on the live to get it? Oh, see, I don't and it's a good thing, I think, that they don't let creators be involved in that for your own channel because, people would be buying millions of memberships for people. But how cool is that, Desert Deb? Yay. And El Gato. I love that. El Gato. Oh, good to see you. The camper van is toasty warm. Glad to hear that, Tan. So speaking of weather and everything, the people in California and Oregon had a 7.0 quake yesterday. They actually had several quakes. There were like 10 because the tremors actually, a lot of them qualified as quakes as well instead of just aftershock tremors. And they had a tsunami warning for a while. And I was in touch with two of my good friends that are in California, and it got meow. It got canceled. The warning got canceled fairly quickly because they were able to decipher that the tsunami was not going to happen. And I'm so glad that people have ways to check for that now and ways to warn people because, in Japan, that tsunami that they had in, I think it was 2013, 14, something like that. Anyway, it moved the island of Japan and raised it up on one end. And I've shared that with you guys before. I was teaching science in middle school at the time and actually was covering tectonic plates and everything, and was able to use that as a real-time example of plates moving, because that's what happened. It was like the plates in the ocean from the earthquake. They went down and these came up, and when they did, it's like pouring a bowl of water, but it was the ocean, and it went over Japan as a tsunami. And it changed every map any map before that of Japan is no longer correct because it changed elevation and it changed latitude and longitude lines. And so there is in my book, Kaleidoscope 9, that's hard to see, but in my book, Kaleidoscope 9, I wrote the book, Gone. I mean, the story Gone But Not Forgotten. I think that was it. I think, yeah, Gone But Not Forgotten. And it was because I had nightmares about that for so long because I covered it so extensively in my class. And so when that came up yesterday, I was really concerned for every my friends and stayed in touch with them throughout the day to make sure everything was okay. And so anybody that was affected by that and any of the weather that we've been having, I send out my heart and my love to you. And Grace says she did not feel any of the quakes and she's at the beach. Good. It was mostly, but you're at Huntington Beach. I think it was further. I think that was the lowest shock tremor that they had, Grace. And I lived in Laguna Beach for a while, and we had a big earthquake while I was there, and it's crazy. Christine says her volunteer group will be ringing the bell tomorrow at the Salvation Army. Yay! That's kind of cool. 30 degrees is really cool in a different way. Yes, I thought they were up north, and yeah, and Grace is in South Cal. So yeah, so I'm really glad. And Lori, I think you probably know that's what we were talking about just now. Pup Camper says Rob just poked his head in as he's been working all day today and says to tell everyone hello, Rob. And that's Travels with Dottie that she's talking about. And Gypsy Minstrel says that's on her upcoming route. So we made it to Quartzsite, and it has been an eventful few days. I'm going to come back to Robin's question about getting our site that we wanted. But first, I want to talk about 3 things broken. All right. So the first thing that when we got here that was broken was I use my dedicated Blue Eddy and 2 100-watt portable solar panels for my Starlink when I'm boondocking. And because I have solar on my roof and I have plenty of batteries and everything, but that runs my RV. The Starlink takes up so much power. It is a power hog. And so I've shared before that I have to have additional power, power bank for that is my Blue Eddy EB55. And then I have the 2 100-watt portable panels, and just that system is dedicated to my Starlink. So, and the solar panels weren't getting juice. I mean, they were, but they weren't, and it wasn't enough because let me see, what is Starlink using right now? Starlink right now is using anywhere, it bounces 49 to 54 watts that it's using. And that's why I have 200 watts of solar coming in so that it doesn't go negative. And it was barely bringing in like 20, 25. And so wasn't able to use Starlink. And for what all I do, I have to have internet. And so we were troubleshooting that. I don't know what, 4 or 5 hours probably total off and on. I mean, going back and forth and everything. And by y'all know who I mean. I was joking with my cousins earlier. It was me and that mouse in my pocket. Jana had to change out connectors, and then there was a loose wire, and she had to cut it and redo whatever she's not looking at me, so I don't know. Redo whatever it is she does, and that magic worked. And Starlink is keeping up. Right now, it's not because I think because the sun's going down, probably because it's getting late in the day. 29, which is what it was at one panel. So maybe one. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on it.
One panel was 42. And then when we got the other one, it was at like 96.
Oh, it looks like they may be in the shade. I don't know. And I'm not going to take up time with you guys. Hey, Judith, glad you made it. Starlink tech needs to improve. Their tech's pretty good. I don't know what you want them to improve on. Interesting. I'm not arguing with you. That may be true, Gypsy Minstrels. I just don't know what they could improve on. I'm happy as punch to have internet anywhere, anytime I need it. That's phenomenal. And she did the voodoo wire thing. That's right, Steve. She did the voodoo wire thing. Oh, on the power consumption. Yes, it is a power hog for sure. But I don't know. I mean, if you look at home systems like Ethernet or cable or fiber optics or something, I don't know what their wattage and consumption is to make those puppies run, but this is parallel to that as far as the service it provides. And so I don't doubt that between the modem and the dish tracking satellites, that it does, it did my thumbs up, that it does require a lot of power. It makes sense to me. Lori's asking if I'm having issues with my Blue Eddy. No, I had issues with my Blue Eddy that died eventually, but this one's brand new and the Blue Eddy works just fine. So, okay, Sally says her T-Mobile modem router uses about the same power as her Starlink. So I think it's a power hog. It's a power hog compared to any other internet service provider tool that I have used out here. And so, but you just provide for that and make allowances for that. And I'm grateful for my system. And then I'll tell you the second thing that is broken is still Phoenix. And I'm going to tell you more about that in just a moment. The carburetor is doing the same, if not worse than it was. So that shop that basically kicked us out and said that they had fixed it, they didn't at all. She's worse than ever. I did talk to the mechanic that is in the mountains of New Mexico that installed the carburetor originally, and he's wonderful. I may take it back to him just for another diagnostics, and he says that that the carburetor, even though other people worked on it, would still be under warranty. I don't think the carburetor is faulty. I think the mechanics have been faulty, but now so much has been messed with. Maybe, the right hand can't talk to the left hand anymore. But he talked about also sandblasting the plugs and cleaning them because so much raw fuel has gone through the engine. But she gimped along, got me here iffy. And now she seems to have developed an issue with a shutter in the back. She's got new ball joints. She's got new U joints. Do I have that backwards? She's got new tie rods. The differential has been greased and cleaned. So I don't know what the new rear end problem might be. It could be bearings and springs, which is what Curtis and Randy fixed for me one time. I think after I had the U joints replaced. So I'm not sure about Phoenix, and I'm going to come back and talk to you about that. But first, I want to ask you, can anybody guess what this picture is? I tell you what, if anybody can guess what that picture is, I'll mail you a book.
Oh, I'm like, what is that?
Well, Jana's like, what is that? It's one of the 3 things broken. I've already told you 2. Dong, 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 dong. Da, da, da. Cindy Lou got it. And so what is the picture? The picture is Cindy Lou got it first. Lori, good guess. Water heater thingy, good guess. You guys are awesomeness. Back of the refrigerator. Yes, it is the fridge, Cindy Lou. Email me at through my contact page on DebraDickinson.com and and I'll work with you on getting a book to you, but be sure and email me. So that is Frugal looking at her refrigerator. Can you please come tell them why? She don't want to. She says, don't make me do it. It's broken. She lost her refrigerator and freezer and everything in it that we couldn't get into her new one. What is it? Nothing. Oh, everything in it. Yeah. Everything in it that we couldn't get into her new fridge. That if
Are
you're
y'all
watching,
watching my series?
if you're watching her series, that's a test. If you're watching her series, you know about the new fridge that she has in her rig.
Well, that was when I went to Texas.
Yeah.
And
We're not going to tell them on here. They have to go watch. They have to go watch your series to learn about that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Y'all should be watching her cooking series that she just put out. She spent a month making these videos, these 9 videos for you guys. And in that, she shows you the 12-volt refrigerator. Cindy Lou says watched. Who else has watched her series? Let me see. Come on, give me a thumbs up, something. Tell us you've watched it. Jenna says, I've watched her series. Who else has watched that wonderful series? Sybil says she watched it. She tells you about that 12-volt fridge that she picked up while she was at her lake house in Texas. And it's a good thing because hi, Lisa says I watched all of them. Doreen says yes, always 3 things, it seems like it, isn't it? Cindy says very good series. Tan and Sarah have watched. Grace says she's really liking the $50 a week for 2. It's Sarah says they've been enjoying the series. And oh good, Sally, thank you. She too. So we crammed everything we could into that 12-volt and into my refrigerator and freezer, but she lost a ton of food.
It works on electric, or it did when I drove away from the electric pole. But then right after that, the propane wouldn't stay lit. And of course, I've had a bunch of people tell me, check this, unplug that back in, and hammer on the solenoid and do this and do that.
Yeah, one guy told her, take your screwdriver and turn it around and bang on it.
He's like, that fixes mine every time. Well, it does sometimes.
Yeah,
it's still, and then, so it doesn't work on propane, and we're going to be boondocking for the next
3-4 months. Yeah, or more by the time we get up to the mountains. So yeah, we crammed everything, and so many are saying that they're watching your series and really enjoying it, Jana. And so we saved as much as we could. Unfortunately, we had just gone to Walmart, did a run for our run to get here to Arizona. And I had filled up my fridge and freezer too. We took some of my stuff out that was more dispensable than some of her stuff. And it was a trade-off. It's like, but we lost. We kept everything we could. Pup Camper. Oh, Lisa, your refrigerator went out. I didn't know that. And motherboard. Yes. The motherboards can run, 350 for somebody got one, and it was 350. They were quoted 350. Yes. And so Jana has decided, is that something you're going to do a video on? I'll let you surprise them, or do you want to tell them what you've decided? Okay. She has decided that she is going to make an adventure out of it, because people live in cars and vans and they only have a 12-volt plug-in and no freezer. And so she has decided that instead of taking advantage and using mine for all of her needs, she is going to learn how to cook and do meals and do another meal plan and series for you living off of a 12-volt plug-in fridge. And so that's going to be fun. You know what wonderful work she does on her series. And so be sure that you watch for that, because it'll be great. And Lisa says Daryl hasn't told him how much I owe him yet. Sorry.
Motherboard.
Yeah, hope that motherboard wasn't new, mother. Hi, Boondocking with Dennis and Linda Moreland. Good to see you. She's in lovely coastal Texas. Okay, so Michael says, can a P38 fix it? Yeah. Oh yeah, so that y'all know that they sent her a P38 and a P51. We talked about that last week. I want to go back up here and check. Michael said something and I missed it. Hang on, you guys. I want to see what my cousin said, because I only got to read part of it. He says, how about you just give me my old carb and air cleaner back and we'll call it a day. Now you got me in trouble, Mike. Now you got me in trouble. Why did he get me in trouble, Jenna? Look at Bandit. He's like, oh no. Bandit put his paw on on Jenna because Jenna didn't want me to get
No.
a new carburetor. She's like, let her die. Let her die. Just don't go to that expense and that headache.
Well, it's just.
Can y'all hear her?
I just said.
She's got to come to her defense.
So when she started talking about getting a new carburetor, I was like, you don't want to mess with carburetors. When she started messing with them, jacking with them, and tweaking them, and you wanted to get it rebuilt, and then I'm like, and so anyway, and y'all know the rest of the story.
Yeah, y'all know the rest of the story. $3,600 and 6 mechanics later, it's a piece of shit. That's the bottom line. And yes, 3 ways are hard to come by now, Lori, on refrigerators. I've got one in mine. And I love her. She's not this refrigerator is fairly new. It was only a year old when I bought her in 2020. So it's 5 years old now, which for RV refrigerator and freezer is not that old. But the DC on mine is not enough to keep up. So she works great on propane so far, knock on wood, and AC, but not so much on DC. So they are getting harder and harder to come by. A lot of our friends, I don't know about a lot, but several of our friends have just gone to plain old electric, and they run them through their inverter, but they have enough they have a big enough inverter and a big enough battery bank and enough solar to be able to do that.
Now you can get 12 volt.
Now you can get 12 volt house refrigerators like at Home Depot and stuff. So there's options now, and Jenna will figure it out. Plus the other thing, in her truck camper in Penny, it's not that easy to pull that fridge and put in a new one. It's just not. So you guys, on Phoenix, here's the thing. I am at the point where I may decide to, hi Poodle Professor, I may decide to not put any more money into her. That's Jana's recommendation as well. Opinion. Recommendation, opinion. She says opinion, but anything out of Jenna's mouth for me is a recommendation. I trust her implicitly. And so we'll see. I don't put a lot of miles on her during the winter, so I should be okay for the winter. And let's see, mine is a Dometic. No, mine's a Norcold. It's huge. It's got a huge refrigerator and huge freezer. But back to see, I can't even talk about this. Back to Phoenix. She's had more lives than she thought she was going to already. You guys know that story. She's only got 77,000 miles on her. But, Mike was telling me there's somebody that bought a brand new rig, and it only, I think had only had it a couple of years, or a Sprinter van, and it blew a rod. And so you just never know when a vehicle's going to give up the ghost. I don't know what my next would be. It's like, what's the backup plan for that? And Michael says, if she's going to die, let it be at home. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah. Instead of me on the road. And then plus the RV park that I just bought a lot in doesn't allow, of course, broken down vehicles. And I told Jana, I don't want to live somewhere that allows broken down vehicles. So yay. I'm glad that they don't. But I never thought that would, that would be an issue for me. I will probably let George, the original mechanic, look at her when I get to northern New Mexico this summer. But I agree with Jana. It's putting more money into her, maybe foolhardy. And it's also, she's my home. I don't have any other options. When you live on Social Security, and yes, I write books and I sell books, but You know, and I'm blessed with wonderful YouTube channel members and KOKO Fam patron members that are on this journey with me, and that none of that is enough left over a month to buy a rig or a trailer or a vehicle. It's just not, and especially in this day and age. So now, having said that, I want to tell you a huge ass lesson that I've learned off of that this week. I am, as you know, a firm believer in keep on keeping on no matter what, one day at a time. It has saved me through my brain injury and then the resulting brain surgery and losing everything and getting to this point in my life. That mantra has worked for me through losing my son, through everything. That mantra has worked for me. Oh, Lisa, thank you. Did you see what she did?
Yes, I did.
Lisa Roth, thank you so much, my darling. A huge ass lesson. How? That's right. So what I'm fixing to share with you is beyond KOKO NMW ODAT. I'm going to type that because KOKO NMW ODAT has saved my life time and time again. It's what got me through rehab from my brain surgery. It's what got me through losing my son. It's what got me through losing my home that I had saved up my whole life for and moved into and loved. It got me through everything. And I have come to realize this week in looking at possibly having to let Phoenix go, that is a survival mantra. That is a mantra that gets you through something. But there's also a different way to live and there's another mantra to add to that. And get a give, send, go. What a give, send, go. I love that, whatever that is. That is my dear friend Teresia and Jack. That for whatever reason, I first called them George and Barb when we first met. The first, and then ironically, a George and his wife's name wasn't Barb, but a George and his wife showed up. Y'all have probably heard this story, but I have to tell it again. And and so I was like, oh, what a coincidence! His name is George too. And Teresa's looking at me and she's like, I'm like, that's not your husband's name? And she's like, no. And I said, well, Barb, what is your husband's name? And he goes, and her name's not Barb. Anyway, so George and Barb are actually Jack and Teresia, off the hook for you. And what, this one here?
No, look, your KOKO Fam. Well, no, don't do it because it's got other people's names on it.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So I used to be able to. Now you can't get people's names printed on T-shirts anymore because everybody's scared about getting sued. But I used to have a KOKO Fam annual T-shirt that listed all of my KOKO Fam supporters. And George and Teresia, no, I'm just kidding. Jack and Teresia, they got the privilege of being listed on there twice as George and Barb and Jack and Teresia. For all every year, every T-shirt. So anyway, hello girl, I'll come back and read what you wrote. But I have been stressed. I have been morose. I have been grieving because I always have a backup plan for my backup plan. You guys know that. That is one of the things I live by as well. Have a backup plan for your backup plan. And I don't have a backup plan for Phoenix. I have an RV lot, but you have to have an RV to put on it. And then what am I going to do? Sit there in that RV lot and rot? My mind has just been mental as mental can be. And Jana reminded me, can you just live in the day? Can you be grateful for where we are? can you look at, you have a book signing, and this was today that she was reminding me yet again. Can you can you be grateful that you have a book signing event tomorrow? And let's just take this one day at a time. And KOKO, NMW, ODAT. And like my cousin Cindy just said, she has not died yet. And so keep on keeping on, no matter what, one day at a time. And what I have to do when I am mental like this is I have to buckle down and rein in and look at the clock. And right now it's 4:40 where I am. And for you, depending on your time zone, it's different. But where I'm at, it's 4:40 on Friday, December 6th. And I am on my Friday Night Live with my wonderful viewers and KOKO Fam members, patrons, and channel members. And all is well. All my needs are met. And I think if you pick a minute off the clock of any given day and do that mantra, it's 4:40, Friday, December 6th. I'm on the FNL with my wonderful viewers, KOKO Fam patrons, and channel members, and all my needs are met. And I get to do a book signing event tomorrow, and I get to come back and I get to start working on my, or finishing up, hopefully, my next book. And I'm reminded of how many of y'all have ever watched Reba? I know she's got a new series and everything, but her old series, you remember her son-in-law, Van? He's like, I have one word for you. Let it go. Y'all remember that? Has anybody ever watched Reba? Let it go. Just let it go. And so he also poor Van, he also said, I got one word for you, paper towels.
Paper
plates. Yeah, paper plates. Because they were all stressing over the dishes and everything. He goes, I got one word for you, paper plates. And you can imagine Reba's face to her son-in-law when he says stuff like that. But that has been ringing in my head all day. Let it go. And so I am going to add that to my tool basket of mantras. Paper plates. I'm adding paper plates to my tool basket of mantras. Yeah. So if y'all are around me and you hear me go, paper plates, you'll know I'm really trying to practice let it go, and I got it messed up. Yeah, I $3,600 when I could have had fuel injection, or I could have even applied that to a new engine that would only cost $5,000 or $6,000. And now she's got some sort of shutter in the rear end again. And yeah, put it out to the universe and let it help you solve this issue. That's what I always do. I co-create with spirit and the universe. And I think it is prudent on us to have plans of action. I'm reminded of that old axiom, the guy that it was flooding and the first responders came by and said, we're evacuating the area. You need to leave because it's not safe. And he's like, no, God's got me. I'm going to stick it out. And the waters start rising in his house, and he goes up on the roof, and they come by and in boats and everything, and his neighbors come by in boats and say, come on, man, get in, let us help you. And he's like, no, God's got me, I've got this. And then the next thing you know, a helicopter comes over and throws him a ladder and says, dude, come on. And he's like, no, God's got me, I've got this. And he gets to the pearly gates and he says, what happened? I had faith. Why didn't you save me? And God's like, I tried 3 times. I mean, there is a certain amount of responsibility that we have to plan, get our backup plans, do due diligence, take care of that which we have been given and are so blessed to have. And then there comes that fine line where you got to go, paper towels. Let it go. And I am at that balancing act right now. And I have been just with keep on keeping on, no matter what, one day at a time. I can do this. Rah, rah, rah. When in reality, let it go. Let it go. It'll be all right. So, and yes, Tex and Lulu, exactly. And Lori, thank you. I have tons of people in my life that would be on the lookout for a decent used vehicle and all of the above for me. And that doesn't do me any good when I'm living paycheck to paycheck. And it's okay. It doesn't matter. It will work out the way it's supposed to work out. And it won't matter how it works out. I will be okay. I didn't come this far in life to not be. And oh, I see the give, send, go. Thank you for thinking of that, Teresa, but I will never do another platform like that. I just won't, but thank you. I appreciate that. And I don't need to I am also really, really, really working hard on being self-sufficient and independent. That's one reason why I work as many hours a day as I do, to work toward that. And that's another reason this is so heartbreaking. And like my cousin said, it hasn't happened yet. She got me here. Hopefully she'll start up in the morning. I'm allowing an extra 30 minutes in the morning. I told Jana I'm going to try to roll and out of camp at 7, just so that I have kind of a 45-minute gap in case anything happens, so that I don't miss my book signing event, and trying to be do my part so that the universe can show up and do their part. So that's it. Oh, thank you, Megan. You're so sweet. And so anyway, y'all just remember the humor behind, got one word for you, let it go. That's what I plan on doing. And so that's the 3 things broken. Now let's talk about some fun. Oh, the other thing I told Robin that I would pay paper plates. That's it. What did I say? Did I say paper towels again?
No.
Oh, okay.
Let it go. I'm saying,
paper plates. Paper
plates.
plates. Paper plates. That's it. Got one word for you. Paper plates. Thank you, Elgato. Love the positive vibes. So I want to go back to Robin asked early on. Sally said she's sticking with paper plates. That's it. Yeah, that's it exactly. Stick with those paper plates. So Robin said early on, did we get our spot? So this is part of the for me, that the part that had me mental recently is it's getting harder and harder to find boondocking that allows you to be away from noise. I mean, you know, a lot of people go camping for nature, but a lot of people go camping to raise hell. And also, I can't do generators. You know, they'll give me nosebleeds and ear bleeds. And so I can't do generators. I can't do a lot of loud noise, period. I can handle it for a little while thanks to my earplugs and my handy dandy. I had my headset out for a while. I was going to show it to you, but thanks to my headset, but I can't do it ongoing. And so we got here. Let me show y'all. Here is here. We got here, and this is out my back bedroom window, and y'all can see that rig that's back there. And it really, 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 really worried me. Not only that they are so close, and I know that doesn't look close in the photo, but if it's a big ass fifth wheel, and those things usually run big generators, and they usually run them all hours of the night and day. For everything, even heat or AC, and that was a fear. We're going to talk about fear for a little bit, but that was a fear that might be ongoing. And not only that, I'm sure these are lovely people, and I might meet them before the winter's over. But not only that, those yahoos marked the road. Now, when you are a remote boondocker, you go out into the wild, you drive miles off the road to get as far away as you can, and you try to leave no trace on the road that you take to get to your camp, so that it isn't marked for people to come in and go, oh, what's down this lovely little road that everybody's traveling on? Because then you start getting lots of people that come in. They not only like cleared it. They marked the sides of it with rocks, and they marked the entrance of it with flags. So my days of having this remote place, and somebody said to me, "You don't own the desert." Duh, you think? I know I don't own the desert. I'm not trying to claim land on public land. I'm just telling you that it was a disappointment for me to have worked for 3 days to find a place that was remote over a couple of the road goes over a wash. It turns so that you can't see it from the main road. Somebody has to work hard to get to this spot, or they did. Not anymore. It's like, come on, come join us. And that happened to another spot of mine. And it happens. It's going to happen as population increases, as more people do this lifestyle, as more people come out and more people want, remote boondocking. It's going to happen. I am very fortunate that these people have solar on top of their rig. He hasn't run a generator yet, because I would have to leave. I wouldn't be able to stay here. And Jenna's like, paper towels, who cares? We'll go find another spot. Well, it took me 3 days to find this spot. And before I started staying here, this is my 3rd year at this spot. Before I started staying here, the place that I had been, it took 5 days to find, and countless hours. You have to go scouting. You have to look these places up, and you have to, it's not like they're on the beaten path and you just pull off and go drive to them. So we'll see. Right now, he's not running a generator. There's nobody else that has come out here. They might not. It's not January yet, though. As January gets here, I expect there'll be more people, and I might have to leave here. This might be my last winter in Quartzsite. This might be my last winter in Phoenix, and it might not. Isn't that just life? And the more that I can KOKO NMWO that and let it go, the happier I will be. And yes, Cindy, I'm sure it is that they are challenged and marked it for themselves. And it doesn't matter that if they might have marked it for more people to come join them. I don't know. I'm thinking that they marked it for themselves. But the thing is, when you are in Quartzsite, unless you have a place that you always go, everybody's out looking for a place to go, and they are going to see those roads and want to know what's back in here, because he marked the flags and the rocks on the main road, and not just a few. I mean, it's like a Mardi Gras. And so, hey, Vicky Van Gogh, and yes,
I got a super chat.
I got a super chat. Cindy Lou.
Yeah, scroll up there.
Oh, Cindy Lou, thank you, sweetheart. That is so sweet. But you won a free book. You're not supposed to also have to pay. But thank you so much. That is so sweet, and I look forward to getting your email. And Vicky Van Gogh, you know what? You're right. But this moment is perfect. It's beautiful here. Let's see if I can open this up to show you my office view when I get back to writing, which will be after. Let me see if I can. Oh, I can't turn this around. What am I doing? I'm thinking I'm on my phone. Yeah, here. Let me see if I can take a picture. Another super chat. You guys, y'all are faster than me. I can't keep up. You're so wonderful. From Teresia, George and Barb, Jack and Teresia, my dear friends, $10. Thank you so much. I love you. And I sure hope that I get to see you. I will come to you if you get into the Arizona area at all, I will come see you. Yes, what 3 words? If you need to find your way back home, use freaking apps on your phone. Don't mark a remote location and tell the world what's back here. I mean, it's so uncool, but it's done and nothing I can do about it. And I don't own the desert. I'm not trying to say I do. If anybody goes there, you'll piss me off so badly. So don't do it. But anyway, look, look. That's what I get. I know that doesn't look like much in this photo, but that is right here. That is a 30-foot wash, and there's all kinds of deer tracks and everything down in there. I haven't seen deer yet, but the deer tracks were fresh. And then across there, you can't, I don't know if you can really see the mountains. See the mountains? There you go. That's a little bit better view. I really love this site, and it works well for me with my brain injury. And if I have to leave, I have to leave. If I have to go back to my docking station and give up, it's okay. It's okay. Sue's at large, and neither do those people who are marking out their spaces. I want to say he did not mark out their space. I mean, not really. He just marked the road. I lined it completely, rock to rock to rock to rock to rock to rock. Both sides, about half a mile in, across the wash and back up to where we are. Oh my gosh, paper plates. Norman, you're so awesome. Norman was my very first YouTube channel member, and thank you, Norman. So Suzanne, thank you. I appreciate that. And it's public land. There could be 50 people camped right around me, and it's all appropriate. Nobody's doing anything wrong. I'm just sharing from my heart what's frustrating for me, and the lesson that I am learning, and probably the lesson that I am being given, to let it go and use paper plates. Because
don't waste your water, use paper plates.
Yeah, don't waste your water, use paper plates. Don't waste your energy and time. And Cindy was telling my cousin was telling me earlier today, don't borrow trouble, I think is what she was saying, and quoted a scripture. And it's like, you just I don't want to be a negative person, and I don't want to harbor on negativity. I am in fear. There's no way with your house dying, your funds are gone, except you guys are being so generous to me tonight. So I feel a little foolish saying that right now with everybody's kindness. But I spent a ton of money trying to get her up and running correctly. And Bandit okay? You letting him out? Oh, she's letting Bandit out. It is, and I'm looking at losing this lifestyle that saved my life. And I mean, if I had funds, none of it would be an issue. I mean, and I don't mean y'all are being so gracious to me. I don't mean that. I meant if I wasn't it. Oh God, I went into somewhere I didn't want to go, and I'm just going to tie this up. I tend to go back that I had a son. I had all the money mapped out for retirement. I had everything that I would need in this moment, in this life, to live comfortably, and I lost it all. And you know how many people are hurting in this country, and how many people have lost more than me? And how many of you that are on here that have your own struggles and things that you are going through? And yes, Gypsy Minstrels, negativity is an easy slope to slip down. And that's what I want to share tonight, is that I got there, and I was slippering down that slippery slope fast. And yes, Suzanne, letting it go is sometimes easier said than done, but it's worth the effort. And that's where I'm at tonight. I got one word for you tonight. Whatever you're dealing with. Hi, RV Camper. Sorry we missed you. I'll talk to you in just a second, but I want to finish this. Wherever you are at tonight, whatever you are dealing with, please just remember KOKO, no matter what, one day at a time, and paper plates. Just paper plates. And so RV Camper says, one of my subscribers is going to the craft show yay. And so what she is talking about, and we saw RV Camper, and I'm sorry that I was having to I had all of this going on that I just shared, Marie, and trying to pick up books, and it was very loud in the mail place, and I didn't get to visit with you as much as I would have liked to. And also, when we got done, went looking for you and we couldn't find you. So I hope you didn't feel slighted at all. It wasn't intentional, but I'm glad. I can't wait to meet one of your subscribers. If they come to the craft show tomorrow, and she is talking about, I have a craft show at the QIA. You guys have seen me there before. I actually will be, I get a booth this year over against the wall. I'm so excited. I won't be in the sea of everybody. I'll have a backdrop, and I get one of the premier tables. And so I'm very blessed about that. But that's Tiff and Lauren, the Camper Tales. Y'all be sure and follow them if you haven't. And at QIA, when we met them, I get to meet some wonderful people at my book signing events. And so I'm good t-shirt. And so I'm really excited about tomorrow. The QIA, if you are wanting to join us, the QIA tomorrow from 9 to 1, it is here in Quartzsite. You can go to my website and get the address, and then and just drop by to say hi. Even if you're not going to get a book or anything, just drop by to say hi. And so I said the next thing on my title is 3 major events. Hi, Bobby. What's the matter? You want to say hi? Anyway, the next thing on my title is 3 major events, and that's one of them, the QIA tomorrow. And then QIA stands for Quartzsite Improvement Association, I think. But it is the community center. Well, there is a community center, but this is where everything happens. They do the parade. They host they host clubs. They do dances. They have bands come in. They host clubs, everything from HOV clubs to I'm not HOV, OHV. I don't know what
there.
I don't know what. Come see the HOA. I don't know what an HOV is. OHV, off-highway vehicle, the ATVs and everything. They have their club there. They have woodworking clubs there. They do bingo. They do quilting clubs. You name it. They do it there. And so the And then on the first Saturday of every month, which tomorrow is the first Saturday in December, they host a yard sale, which is like a flea market, and then inside is also tables, and I'm inside, and then their whole outside is full of vendors, and it's just fun. They have a cafeteria, they'll have breakfast, they'll have lunch, and anyway, y'all, hi Connie, good to see you. I sure hope I get to see you this year. Yes, Gypsy Minstrels, can't wait to see you. And yes, they have dinners there. And so that's going to be the first Saturday of every month through March. My last one will be in March, and that's 9 to 1 every first Saturday. And then in January, you guys, I'm at Tyson Wells again. And I'm really excited about that. I took out an ad in the Desert Messenger newspaper. It looks like, Jenna, hand me one of my cards, would you? It's back there if you can reach it. Is it too? I've got stuff piled up ready to go to the event sale tomorrow. So to the QIA tomorrow. So anyway, I took out an ad in the Desert Messenger, and it looks like that. And it runs for the whole month, and it also will say Tyson Wells, Row J, and the dates, which I think is January 17th through 22. But that it was only $50 for a whole month of advertising. So I got that. Gosh, I did that during the summer to try to hopefully drive people to my booth at Tyson Wells. So I hope that you guys, if you're in the area, you will remember that. And also, I'm going to be having some camping. Come camp with me for my KOKO Fam patrons and YouTube channel members. I'm going to have a couple of mini meetups. I don't know. Jen and I need to talk about when the first one will be. Tomorrow. She says the first one's tomorrow.
At QIA.
At QIA. Y'all come on by. Oh, that's too funny. Yes, that's so funny, Michael. I love it. Well, go march over to that rig and announce you're from the HOS, and they must remove all their stickers and markers. Oh, that's funny. I could probably collect a lot of money. That's funny. Oh, Connie says she's really enjoying your meals for $50, Jana.
Oh, good.
And so, you guys, I know I've rambled a lot tonight. No, Suze, you probably can't make it from Denver. What's that?
All the 3 major events.
All 3 major events. It's QIA every first Saturday, starting tomorrow. And, oh, look, it's doing the thumbs up. Let's do fireworks. that just cracks me up. And then we'll do confetti. Or is it balloons? Balloons. And then we'll do confetti.
Well, you got it figured out.
Yeah, it just cracks me up. But I forgot what I was saying, squirrel.
3 major events.
3 major events. QIA, first Saturday of every month. Tyson Wells, January 17th through 22nd. Row J, booth 22, back by the food courts. And Joan Rock Pringle will be next to me with her fabulous dot rocks. And that's 2.
And I was like, what's the third?
What's the third?
Mini meetups.
Mini meetups. Oh, yes, I was going to. Hi, Sunny Law. Good to see you. I was going to talk to you about when to do one, but we didn't get to talk about it beforehand. So y'all keep an eye out on my website. Maybe next Friday, I'll tell y'all when the next mini meetup is, because I want to do one pretty soon. And then again probably in January, and then in February will be my Come Camp With Me. So those are the 3 major events. So as far as the giveaway at QIA, which is our last thing tonight, if you come to the QIA tomorrow and you're the first person to come up to me and tell me something that you heard on the FNL, and that's FNL, not FNL. I can't get that out of my head now. But anyway, if you come up to me and you're the first person to share something that you heard on the FNL tonight, tomorrow between 9 and 1, you will get a free book. And if you already have all of my books and want a signed, personalized book shipped to somebody, we can do that. So that is the giveaway at QIA. Be the first person to come up to me tomorrow and let me know something that you heard. I know, Miss Letha. I know. FNL. It cracks me up. And Letha, I still haven't done the video.
Plates is a secret code word.
Paper plates. That would be a good one, Mel. That would be a good one. Oh, and thank you, Sybil, for that reminder. Everybody, please hit the thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed. And everybody, thank you so much for the super chat tips. I will keep you updated. And I know you would not have contributed if you didn't know that I will use that to the utmost responsibility. And I'm so blessed by all of y'all. I can't imagine what life would be like being stationary and having to give up on my hopes and dreams. But I know I can use paper plates and it's all going to be okay. And so, yes, Sybil, thank you. You too. No, I didn't, Letha. But y'all can wants to come look at the rig. I think so. Okay, that'd be great. We can text and talk about that, Curtis. Thank you. Yes. Hi, Mary Jane. You're still on here. That's good. Yes, paper plates. That make that your motto going forward. I know I am, and actually, you know, I really am going to work on letting it go. I just it'll kill me not to, and I've been through worse. You don't go through what I went through and lose your son and everything and let something like this get to you. You just, I can't. And so it's all good. And I hope that you are finding something to be grateful for and are feeling blessed. And I will keep you guys updated every step of the way. And if you're in the area, please come see us at the QIA tomorrow in Quartzsite, 9 to 1. All right, everybody, have a great weekend. We'll see you down the road. Love ya.